Okay, good morning. My name is Josh, and this is the JB Experience. I really want to come on here and express that I really am not trying to talk down to anybody. If I am coming off as condescending, I apologize. Okay? Um, I am really just trying to create a sense of urgency. I know a lot of people look at life like we have our whole life together or a whole life to like think about this and go through this. But with some people, our whole life ends tomorrow and we don't have that. Okay. So even though you like things might be going great in your life and you might be comfortable and things might be going good for you, I have to think outside of that. Okay. It's not just about you or me or the next person. It actually is about the next person, but not that individual. It's about a collective people. And I really want to go through this Philippians 2, 1 through 11. Okay. So let's just start right here with first. And so I'm in the ESV. Okay. Let me clarify the ESV. Okay. The ESV is the most text that is supposed to be, this is according to Wesley Huff that I heard, right? That this ESV is the translation that is supposed to be refined down to a T, right? Okay, so I'm trying to get past this, okay? Because we've been here for 2,000 years. Okay, so I don't mean to be, I'm talking to people who are trying to listen to me, and I don't want to argue. I'm really honestly just want to go through this, and this is the way I can get it out, okay? And if you can want to talk Bible with me and go through with it and see maybe how you see things different and can help me see something different, I am very open to that, okay? But if you're going to come at me and tell me all your titles and how long you've been reading the Bible and how long you've been doing everything, I really don't care. I don't care because it all comes down to we've all had this book. It all comes down to this book only. This is the most printed book in the Bible. You can go outside and investigate, but this is supposed to be the translation to up to date. So I don't understand. There should be no debate. We all have one book. Okay, so we're all working out of one book. It's free. You can get them anywhere. That's the cool thing. I've been reading it, and I'm not trying to be an asshole. I really not. I want to talk about this, and I know a lot of you are whatever, but it is what it is. It's in me, and I have to do it. So let's talk about it. So very first one, the 2, ESV, right? Now in the other translations, the first word is therefore, but it says, so if there is any encouragement. But therefore, I kind of want to go back to chapter 1 just for a second and talk about it. It says, if I go back to 1:15, right? Some indeed preach Christ from envy and rivalry, but others from goodwill. The latter do it out of love, knowing that I am put here for the defense of the gospel. Okay? Now, this chapter 2, verse 5 through 11, it used to be actually in a hymn, and they would like sing this, okay, through the church. It actually was called the kenosis passage, okay? You can do your own, I encourage you to do your own research and look up kenosis and hymns and, and I'm trying to apply this to my life, okay? So I can help myself and help you more importantly. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, I really am trying to ask to show me in a way that makes sense in my head, because I really do believe this is like a collective consciousness, because he keeps talking about having, let's go to, right? 2:1. So if there's any encouragement in Christ, any comfort from love, right? Any participation in the Spirit, any affection and sympathy, right? So if there's any comfort of love, that's coming from God. And trust me, I am coming out of love right now, okay? It might not be like the motherly or the comfort from Jesus that you might be looking for. It is, but this is just constructive criticism, okay? I'm really not like trying to talk down to anybody. this is just how I was raised, how to talk. And this is maybe the dry sense of humor of the Klein family that comes out of me, that why it makes it hard for me to talk to other people. And I'm I'm really trying to slow down and talk so you can understand my train of thought, because I know I can be all over the place. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to keep my notes organized a little bit so it comes out properly. But I like repeatedly seeing collective consciousness all through this. This is more about consciousness to me, right? And unity. I mean, I just see unity everywhere in this. Like this, where are we? Unity, verse 3 and 4, right? Right here. So let's go to 3. First, chapter 2, verse 3, Philippians. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility, count others more significant than yourself. For one time, okay, I understand you guys like graduated and went to college and you are above me. I get it. And when I did the eulogy for my dad, right? I gave nothing but praises to Grace Centers of Hope. I gave nothing but thank yous to Grace Centers of Hope, nothing but thank yous to Facebook for allowing me to use this platform to be able to have this space to speak. I gave thanks to, I thought, people that deserved a thank you for my journey for me to get to this point, right? So I'm not trying to be above anybody. And if you really have watched all of my videos, and you are just now saying something, you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should. And that's kind of my point, because I literally said I was ready to go in the middle of the street and blow my brains out. And it's taken me all the way to here to get to this point to get a comment from anybody. That's good job. Good job. Thank God I wasn't going to do it. And I told the certain people that were close to me that as soon as I made that post that I wasn't in any by means going to go harm myself or others. Okay, so let's make that clear. So the people that needed to know knew what I was doing. Okay, so let's make that clear. I know what I'm doing. I'm not out crazy. Okay, but we are going to go to 2 Philippians 5. Have this in mind among yourselves, which is yours in Christ Jesus. So what that is saying is like, so let's read it. Have this mind among yourselves. Have this mindset. Have a mindset that you have of Jesus. Keep that same mindset for a second. Just keep it. Keep the mindset. Let's go to 6. Who, though he was in the form of God, did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped. Now they're going to argue that form, right? I hear this argument. Form, it means something different. Well, no, it doesn't, because we're in the ESV, okay? And that is the most up-to-date translation in modern day terms, and quit trying to twist words around, please, okay? Nobody's twisting anything. It's what form means, okay? Logos. What is logos? So I go to logos. Logos means reason, divine reason or logic, right? Divine reason implicit in the cosmos, ordering it and giving it form. Oh, shit, man, that's crazy. Ordering it, cosmos, divine reason. Reason is the big key word right there. Reason, so we can comprehend. Okay, so I can comprehend. This is how I'm comprehending this. If I'm wrong, I don't know how I can be wrong. But, okay, but he emptied himself by taking the form of a servant. 7, right? He emptied himself, like, okay, they're going to say, but not of his deity form? Okay, so let me think. If we have everlasting life, if we believe that if we die, we go to heaven or hell, no matter what, right? That's still everlasting love or life, right? No matter where you go, right? If that's what you believe, that means you are a deity too, right? So you, like, in a way, like, are a god or something, because you have everlasting life, no matter where, if you're in heaven or hell, whether it's good or bad, that's still a deity, right? To me, I could be wrong there. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm asking serious questions to make you critically think and prove me I'm wrong, please. Because this is the fate of the world. Why would I try to deter somebody's faith? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I've held back on this for a long time because of this. And it keeps me up and I just can't sleep anymore. That's probably the reason why I was smoking crack. And I feel like I was smoking crack to realize to get over my fear. Because every time I smoke crack, I get really, really scared, right? And I feel like I'm a little boy and I can't talk. And I'm so insecure and I think CIA's out my windows. And I realize that is just showing me fear. Why am I fearful in life? Like, because if I really have this thing, it keeps coming back to me. As above, so below. As above, so below. So if I look at my life, right, like, this is how I look at God, okay? This is where I'm going with this. I look at God like I am in training to be a God, right? Like God is trying to train me. So if I look, how did God look at me? He said, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew who you were. I knew every hair on your body, right? So if I look at every piece of hair on my body as a human being in my universe or in my world, that is like, oh man, oh my gosh. I just want to love my body. Because if I'm if I'm in training right now, if I'm practicing how to be a God, right? If maybe that's what it is, I don't know. But I want to be connected in that way. And I want to love my body. I want to love you. How I feel is like, I just can see myself in every single one of you when I think of you. And maybe that's why it's different for me, because I really can like relate myself to each and every single one of you. I can explain it to you, how I see myself in you. Really, it's weird. And it feels good and humbling and empowering at the same time. And it's like, feels like that there's a word above agape love. There's another, it starts with an L. And that's the kind of love that I'm feeling. And I love you guys. And I hope we can do this more. And I'm sorry if I came across in a negative manner before. And if there's anybody out there that can talk about this in a human, mannerly, properly polite form with me, besides arguing without talking about titles and talking about how much you've accomplished in life, it would be very appreciative. Thank you.